Hi, it's me again. Craziness still around me. People saying stuff. I had went to mentors today, um, in the morning, and there was people in there that are like, "We already told Lauren none of this is funny." Well, that's one of the girls that Dave was supposed to be dating. A Michelle, a Lauren, and a heavy-set blonde girl with a big chest and mean parents. Part of the agent's families. Dave was already dating Michelle, an agent's daughter, and then they came up and said he was dating a girl named Lauren, and then that heavyset girl with a big chest was saying that she was dating him, and even her parents and her would move in when I moved out. I was just like, shut up. People would come up and say horrible things. One of the men in Paymer's church, Apostolic Church of Brockton, came up to me right before it started. And Dave went, "You think you're so much better than her? Dating all those women?" I walk off, I come back, I'm like, "Dave, what is he talking about?" He's like, "Karen, he doesn't know what he's talking about." Yes, he did. Yeah, so yeah, those girls are still involved in their dirty families, trying to steal everything. Um, it's horrible. They follow me around, they harass me, they scream outside my apartment till 6, 7 in the morning. I've taped it. You guys can hear it on the tapes. It's horrible. Everybody knew I was innocent and innocent before. And they just helped out for a personal gain of one of their own to get everything I had in life. And they're trying to help this cop get away with murder and premeditated murder and an attempted murder. The neurochip is illegal war weapon, and it's exactly wrote that in the U.S. Supreme Court. Soviet Union was doing it to silence whistleblowers for the so-called truth. And they can implant false memories with it. They can also send false pulses. It is outlawed in our country. Some agents had tried to do it in Guanaco Bay and beat rape, torture, and drugging. Um, they ended up in jail and letting the women go, and Justice for Victims of Torture and Terrorism Act came into play. They keep complaining about the toxic water that they already wiped out to it. My God. You have water running down you have clothes on, you can wipe it off. You can touch any part of your body. Think of baseball players. Think about when you get out of a swimming pool. What do? Being a lady, out of your front, your crotch, your butt. You adjust your top and dry off everywhere. Guys adjust their front area. People pull out wedgies. People adjust their clothes all the time. Wiping off water real quick somewhere is not wrong. Like the lady said, they were extremely reaching. It's just adjusting yourself, and you didn't expose yourself. You're good. I'm like, dear God, arrest these people. Oh God. Yeah, it's that bad. They were spying on my home. They didn't have a court order. They lied on that. They lied that they had sodium pentothal reports. The government don't use sodium pentothal. Why? Because it's folklore. It's not true serum. It's just anesthesia. You falsely confessed to writing ransom notes, falsely confessed to Pearl Harbor, falsely confessed to crimes, to false memories implanted with it. It's just anesthesia. And the questioner even gets right or wrong what it wants. So they definitely don't use it. And the FDA prohibits it being abroad in the United States because they use it in lethal injections for human and animals, and for in anthrax. Um, it's a lot being tormented day and night. Psychological torture is also, it's almost like being in a concentration camp. Um, and the only reason why they're helping is selfishness, gain of their own, and they're trying to kill me for the cult. It is a legal war weapon in my head, and it does need to come out, and it does come up government chip. Louisville police said something, and a Canton officer. Agency took responsibility, 313, this year at 2:53 p.m., Altman Hospital, that the agency did it, and a damn bastard neurochipped me. Mercy Medical Radiology Department. March of this year also I had a CT with dye. You can see they cut the wires in the crack. They did it to kill me. Because if you leave it in long enough, it will kill you. And I'm starting to have swelling right here, where even though it's right here, there's a crack you can see in the CT. You can also see the wires into my brain. It hurt like hell when the dye hit it. And the one lady in the hospital was like, I bet it did. But it does need removed. I do have a dent in the back of my skull where they did it. And they were so scared I was going to tell on them uh, in 19 that I was raped and tortured. I gave you the details of that agent stalker and older fat white man. They sold the login. People have this for personal enjoyment. And it always said 50 miles around, but it's nationwide. I have people from Washington State, California, Texas, North Carolina, Virginia, uh, Tennessee, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania, and Florida. There may even been, they were showing up. We heard what the Apostolics did. We're here to help. And only a few were bad. Now the only thing I got left is the people, well, we drugged you and told you to say it, whatever it is. Well, we already know Dave drugged her and told her to say something before. I had to figure out through the clues what they were saying, and that he had drugged me with an amnesia drug and told me to say something stupid before. Him and that Michelle and Melissa, the giggle me game of pretend behind my back I wouldn't know, and then fountain me and tell me to say it, or a roofie drink or whatever. Um, I was throwing up a lot when I found out he couldn't touch my drinks anymore. I stopped throwing up. I was losing 5 to 7 pounds a week. Uh, but yeah, the lady in the second apartment next building before mine um, already had laughed at me. She finally figured out Dave drugged her and told her to say it before. That was so funny. Well, it's not funny. And when a guy with a badge showed up, they said it loud enough for both parking lots to hear. Yes, they did drug her before and tell her to say whatever it is. And I heard it's really filthy. The little old lady on Fairlawn scream already screamed at them for the neighbors to hear. It's not funny that the church people broke in and drugged her and told her to say she's some kind of weirdo, whatever, before. She screamed at them. The car door was open, the chip tapes. Everybody that has a login to the case across the country heard it. Wendy's May 25th in town. The crew was speaking about it, and then my client, I don't work for him anymore because he said it's too dark for him because they harass you in public. It's horrifying. They know I didn't do anything wrong. They're just part of this cult trying to get away with murder and attempted murder. And they're hoping to stall so the chip kills me. It's not funny. I don't die for bastards. And they knew I didn't do anything wrong before. I mean, even the agents came up, your file states that you've never done anything really wrong before. So they run around telling people, she did something wrong before. I'm like, shut up. Just like they lied that they had a court order to tape me unaware in my home and spy on me. They don't give you court orders for that. They make the police and hire do it. Just like the fake sodium pentothal reports, they don't drug people and they don't use that crazy drug. They were trying to make it look official to fool people, and you do lie under it. Let alone they get the crazy crap with the church people put in me before and whatever Dave did. They even said that they told me to admit I was gay. I am so not gay. I can't actually find somebody with a chip in my head and they're all not going with me. I mean, my God, these people can, I mean, insanity. It's not a concentration camp. This is not Soviet Union. This is the United States of America. Our nation was founded on freedom and civil rights that the government could never hurt its people. And these people are insane. And I need someone come down. I need medical treatment. There is a law called Justice for Victims of Torture and Terrorism Act. And the government does have to make it right. It's a federal law. And it was a federal law. They had no right to touch me like in any of these forms. Please help.